Every year, America hinges on whether Puxatawny Phil's going to see his shadow or not, and whether we're going to get 6 more weeks of winter. What a scam. Named after the day, though, is the Bill Murray classic Groundhog's Day, where he repeats the same day over and over. So that got us thinking, what games do we like that do the same thing, playing over and over? And we don't just mean chopping down trees over or grinding out dungeons. It's gotta be the main focus of the game. One must imagine Sisyphus happy, and that's what we're going to try to do with this list.
My first pick for the list is Vampire Survivors. A more recent entry to the roguelike genre and even spawning its own genre, the Survivor-like, such as Britato or Keeper's Toll. In Vampire Survivor, you pick a character, each starting with their own unique attack or ability, and simply kill the enemies coming towards you from all directions. These enemies drop experience, and each time you collect enough and level up, you get to choose from 3 different upgrades or abilities. This allows you to build each run in different ways and experiment with which attacks output the most damage the fastest. Once you die, you die. Game over. Time to pick a character and do it all over again. Does it ever get old? Absolutely not.
Trackmania literally has a dedicated restart button, setting both you and your time back to 0. And the guys who compete for top times have replayed some of these maps thousands of times, trying to scrape off just hundredths of a second, doing the same turn, the same set off, setting the same line over and over again, until finally you get this run. The cycle breaks, and you move on to the next one.
That can't be the right script, can it? Up next, we have Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire took the roguelike deck building genre by storm, and set the tone for future deck builders since its release in 2019. Much like Vampire Survivors, we pick our character, we set out to defeat those who oppose us, and grow powerful. If you make one wrong move, you could end up right back at square one. The beginning of the map with the starting cards, the only thing that you take with you is the knowledge and experience gained from the previous run.
Sometimes, though, the constant restart can drive a person to the limit, over and over, the grinding monotony, until the only way you can see out is by less reputable means. The repetitive failure in Search for Glory was too much for the Minecraft speedrunner dream. Duping the RNG to give better items, he cheated to get a better time. He was eventually caught, bringing shame to himself and bringing unwanted drama to both the Minecraft and speedrunning communities. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall, but the fact that you were to get yourself back up and actually finish.
That's not even a roguelike. Okay, so one that actually fits the list is The Binding of Isaac. Perhaps one of the most iconic twin-stick top-down games, originally published on Flash game website Newgrounds, and created by Edward McMillan, sees Isaac, a 5-year-old boy, trying to escape his God-fearing mother by crawling into the basement and going through several levels, containing enemies and bosses, mostly referencing flies, feces, and human diseases. It's a great game, and, it's the same script. Pick your character, do your best, die, and repeat.
But sometimes cheating is okay. Why speedrun one game when you can crash a second into that one? In Portal 1, a game about portals, speedrunners have figured out how to spawn in the airboat from Half-Life, mount it, and ride it to glitch out the game's scripting to start and enter new levels, skipping entire parts of the map to go right to the end, and thus getting much better times. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade.
Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down!
Okay, I thought we were doing a Groundhog Day video. I guess these lists don't really matter at all. I want to end strong with my personal favourite roguelike, Enter the Gungeon. Like Isaac before it, Enter the Gungeon is a twin-stick roguelike, where each run you pick a character and go. Each has a unique starting weapon and item, but unlike the other entries in this list, the insane number of unique guns, items, and synergies that work well together, while also being completely unhinged, such as a shotgun shell that is actually a gun that shoots shotguns at enemies. Sure seems like a great reason to do it over and over again. That's my last entry. I sure hope the final entry isn't some kind of obscure speedrun completely unrelated to Groundhog Day.
Getting banned on Club Penguin has to be the ultimate speedrunning goal. The times, unfortunately, are set in stone, as the game was shut down back in 2017. Now, there are plenty of ways to complete this task. We're not going to get into the bannable details. This is a children's game after all, but perhaps this shows us who the real final boss is. Not GLaDOS or the Ender Dragon, but Disney.
Happy Groundhog Day to all you Americans. Looks like Phil screwed you, and you're in for another 6 weeks of winter. We hope you enjoyed the list. We put these out every week alongside our news and video essay content. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe. What animal do you guys worship for good weather? We'll see you in the next one.